And welcome everyone to an America East Skype session. I'm Andy Katz, pleased to be joined by Billy Herrion from UNH. And at 6 and 7 with 3 to go at Maine, Binghamton, and Lowell, you are in contention to maybe host. So let's give a little status update of where you guys are at right now after winning 2 in a row.
Yeah, my administration's already reminded me of that. So thank you. No, you know what, Andy? It's been a really, really good year for us considering what we came off last year. We won 5 games a year ago. At this time last year, we were 3-23. We were a very young team, a lot of freshmen. We played a lot of young kids, a lot of minutes, and went through some tough times. So I really like where this team is at right now. We've won 2 in a row, and all we're selling on our guys right now. We didn't even get into the conference tournament last year. We're going to be in this year. And now we're just trying to fight to try to get the highest seed we can.
You know, I saw that reaction in the locker room. I can't remember which game. It was one of the last couple of games. And I know what you've gone through there, whether it's injuries, whether it's rebuilds. How much of that wasn't just that game, but a little bit of the cumulative effect of just a relief of, you know what, things are positive right now. We're getting something, good vibes right now.
Well, it was the Stony Brook game a couple of weeks ago, and they were second in the conference at the time. I think they still are. So it was a very big home win for us, which we haven't had in a couple of years. So I think it was just the players just really, really happy, really feeling good. And, I really like this basketball team. We're still young, a lot of, a couple freshmen, sophomore, juniors. So I think the future is really bright for us down the road.
All right, so let's look ahead to these last 3. No one loves the trip up to Maine. It's a long trip, regardless of the weather. How do you weather that and then keep this momentum going with the 2 final home games?
We sold on our kids this past weekend. We went up at Albany on Saturday night. I think the challenge was, can we go on the road in our conference and beat a good team in our league? We did that Saturday night at Albany. And it's all relative, I think, with any conference in the country. Winning road games, regardless if you're playing in Cameron Indoor Stadium or the Dean Dome or Rupp Arena, it doesn't matter. It's hard. It's the road. And I think Maine is a much better team than their record. Richard's doing a really good job with them. They've got length. They've got size. But we've just got to go up. We've really rebuilt this program and this team on the defensive end of the floor. Our defensive numbers are very good, and we're really rebounding the ball. So we just got to continue to bring those things to the table and just try to go win the next one.
So you mentioned last year you didn't make the tournament. This year you're in. How would you compare that mood, that optimism in the last week of February, knowing that you've still got more to play for versus a year ago where you're just trying to keep the guys going to the end of the season?
Yeah, you know what? Knock on wood, I know every coach that you probably talk to says the same thing to you, but I really mean this, with all my heart. We've got great kids. They're really, really good kids. And even last year, as difficult as it was at the end of the year, they kept playing, and we won 2 out of our last 3 games last year, which I think is carried over to this year. The kids right now have a lot of confidence. We're playing well. So again, we're just going to try to keep it going 1 game at a time here down the stretch, and we'll see where we land.
Look, I don't want to get too ahead of ourselves here, but as good as Vermont is, they have lost. They've lost a couple times. You're in the tournament. You know this. You've coached a long time. Anything can happen. How much does that give your group? You know what? Hey, we're playing with house money here, basically. Once we get in, why not? Why not us?
No, absolutely. It's but you know how it is at like the low to mid level. It's 3 games in March for us.
But you got to get to those 3 games first.
Exactly. But you know what? It's a 1 bid league. Anybody can win this thing in March if you get hot at the right time. I do think that this conference, and I'm sure other coaches in our league have probably told you this. I've been in this league a long, long time at a couple different schools. This has probably been as competitive a league top to bottom as we've had in the America East in a long time. So every night out is a tough game.
All right, player-wise, who are you looking forward to seeing over these last 3 games and into the playoffs that you can count on, and maybe someone else that hey, if he steps up, we got a chance here.
Yeah, we're not a real deep basketball team. We've been hit with a lot of injuries this year. Our rotation is really only 7 guys. Nick Guadarrama, who's a Connecticut kid, is our leading scorer. He does a lot of stuff for us. Sean Sutherland, a first-year junior college player, leads the league in rebounding. He's had a great year. So, but we've got 4 players averaging in double figures, and we've got 7 players averaging about 7.5 points or more. So we've got great balance on this team, and we can really spread it out. And we just need all of them to play well. We get them to play well at the same time. We're a pretty good basketball team.
All right, Bill, politics aside, I'm just curious. Now that the primary is over, how much quieter is the campus after, the lead up to that?
Yeah, no, absolutely, man. This is it really is a great place to be when elections roll around. A lot of people come through, and I'm sure once they get closer to the presidential election, there'll be more candidates back on campus as well.
Well, Bill, I appreciate it. Great to see you, and that things are going well, and obviously have a safe trip up to Maine.
Great, Andy. Thanks. Good to be with you.